And this is another good news story today. Yesterday, I will admit to buying a plastic bottle of water because I was racing around and I didn't have my own bottle, which I have today. My own glass bottle with me. But I did have to pick up a bottle of disposable plastic water yesterday because it was hot, and I didn't have mine with me. But if you carry yours around with you all the time, wouldn't it be useful to know that you could fill it up? Well, the first of 10 new water fountains are being installed today as part of the City of London Corporation's plans to cut down on plastic waste. New research released today by the City of London Corporation shows the current generation of young people entering the workforce are more environmentally conscious than the millennials who preceded them. What's frightening to me about that is that we're now looking at the generations beyond the millennials entering the workforce, but that's by the by. What's more is, though, they're expecting their employers to step up and take some action to protect the environment, so there really is some momentum here. Chris Hayward is from the City of London Corporation and is part of this scheme. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Jim.
So, first one going in, 10 in total. Where are you putting them all?
Well, the first two are going into our new Aldgate Square development, which is a new area of public realm, which we formally opened yesterday. And then the other 8, we are sourcing locations across the city. But hopefully this will be the start of even more water fountains across the city. And the first 10 are the first start of this campaign.
Good stuff. I know they put one in at St Pancras not long ago. I don't know how popular that one is, but where's the water coming from?
Well, what we're doing is, in addition to the water fountains, we're asking businesses, or such as restaurants and bars, whether they will also register on our website as a water refill centre, so people can actually go in there and refill their bottles as and when they need to. This is all part of a campaign, Jim, that we're calling Plastic Free City, and people can register on www.plasticfreecity.london and take the pledges, which are voluntary pledges. We're asking businesses to do that from today, which actually commit everyone to participating in trying to get rid of a single-use plastic in the city.
Yes, you're describing it as a rallying call to businesses and individuals to reduce single-use plastic. So, yes, it's certainly there's certainly momentum in this, particularly given your research that we're witnessing members of Generation Z, as they're known, entering the workforce now, 18 to 22-year-olds currently. Why is it then you think their attitudes are so different to the generations prior?
Well, I think they're much more environmentally conscious than their previous generation. And what we've discovered in the research we're publishing today is that there's an incredible shift from attitudes of the millennials to Generation Z, with actually 80% of those we surveyed saying that single-use plastic is a really important issue for employers to tackle. So that's completely different to the millennials, who in our survey suggested about 37% of them would regard that as a critically important area. And what we're finding already, Jim, is that businesses are signing up to our pledge. We've got large businesses like the Bank of England, Nomura, Investec, the Barbican Centre, all within the city, who have already committed to our new pledge.
So, OK, so that's the pledge as opposed to becoming refill stations. I was thinking for a minute I could wander into the Bank of England and fill up my bottle of water.
I don't think they've offered that yet, but who knows?
Why not? What about these water fountains? I mean, one of the reasons they fell out of favour, Chris, is that people just found them a little bit unhygienic and so on. How are you going to ensure that people have confidence in these public refill stations?
Well, obviously they've got to be kept properly clean, etc., and we'll obviously do that as a given. But of course, what we're looking at here is not the old days of people sort of putting their mouth on the water fountain, but actually using it, pushing it to actually refill their glass bottles, as you were talking about on air a moment ago. So it's not actually the direct contact with the mouth with the water; it's actually getting the water into their bottles to take into their place of work, etc.
What kind of cost to the public financially are we looking at here, Chris?
Well, this isn't a significant cost overall. It's a very minimal cost, but it's a start. I mean, it's been quite shocking to me to realise that actually across the whole of London there are only 20, I think it is, drinking fountains at the present time. Can
you put some numbers on that for me?
Well, it's being funded by the corporation. I can't tell you the exact costs of it at this present time. We're actually still putting that together, but it won't be huge. So, it's a very minimal cost to the public purse.
All right. And now you're looking for the final locations, and you've got the first two going in today. Just remind us where they are.
So they are in the new Aldgate Square development in the east of the city, which is a new public space, a fantastic new public space, a public realm, where the old gyratory system used to be. And that was opened formally yesterday, and now those two water fountains are located there.
Good stuff. And you'll be monitoring how successful they are?
Absolutely we will, and we will be encouraging as many people as possible to sit onto this. This is a major environmental challenge for all of us, so we want maximum participation, and we're really hoping that businesses and individuals will get behind this campaign.
Brilliant stuff, Chris. Thank you. Plasticfreecity.london is the website. Get involved if you're up for pledging your involvement. Thank you, Chris Hayward there from the City of London Corporation.